Hi guys, Tim from V7 Software Development. Thanks for joining me. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to accept a customer payment and to post it to their account. Now, if you have a service order or a proposal where you installed a system, you're going to have payments, either full payment or partial payments that you're going to need to enter into the system. So let's get started with we're on the customer's main screen right now, and you can see we have our one customer here, and he does show a service order with a balance due. Down here in the service orders grid, he has a balance of $282.90 showing. So let's double click on that and go to that service order. That'll take us right over to the service orders tab. Now over here in the right hand grid, we can see the parts and labor that are applied to this service order. Start with parts. We have two parts showing, strap, metal hanger strap, $12.50 price, and we have a PVC coupling, $7.90 price. And you can expand these columns to take a better look. Let's go to the labor. I've got two labor items. Our first labor item is a cleaned clog evaporator coil and drain line. Expand that and take a look. At the hourly rate of $150. At 1.25 hours. With a total of $187.50. And our second labor item is a miscellaneous repair. Level the drain line and the labor for installing the hanger that we saw on the parts tab earlier. At the $150 rate, that took us a half hour, which billed the customer $75. Now down here in the lower right hand corner, we have our totals, our total parts and labor. You can see here $20 in parts, $20.40, and labor is $262.50. Right over here we have our subtotal. Our tax you would enter here right now if you had any tax to apply, or if you wanted to give a discount, you can also put a negative number in here. As you can see, it says tax/adjust. So you can put either a positive or a negative here, or you can leave it blank. Leave it at 0, that is. Payments. There have been no payments made on this service order, so our balance due is still $282.90. So let's go ahead and enter a payment. We'll come right down here to the payments button, and our new payment screen will open up. Now right up here in the first box, it'll autofill with the full amount due. Let's say this customer has only given us $100 and they're going to pay us the remainder at a later date. So we'll go ahead and change this to 100. The payment date, we'll leave that as is. The customer ID and order number, that's a system information. You can't change that on this screen. Now down here we're going to enter the method of payment. Let's say the customer gave us a check. We'll click that and we'll enter the check number, 1234. Routing number, it's not necessary, it's just there if you want to use it. The date on the check and the institution. Again, that is optional. All of this is optional. This is just for your own record. We'll just put U.S. Bank in there. Now over here we have a place for a credit card number with the CVC on the back, the expiration, and an authorization number if you accepted a credit card for this transaction. And you could select up above what type of card it is. Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express, or other. So the reason these two dates are different, the payment date is the date that you are entering it in the system, the date right now. It's being entered into the system on 5/25/2016. The check date is the actual date on the check. So this is the date the technician did the job and the customer handed him the check on 5/20. He brought it into the office and it's not getting entered now until today, 5/25. So that's the difference, the reason for the two different dates here. Again, payment date is the day you're entering this payment into the system. Check date is the date on the check. So we are all done with this payment. We're going to click Save and Close. And immediately we see the figures update on our service order. Our original total, $282.90. Payments, $100. The payment we just entered. That leaves a balance due of $182.90. Very simple. That's all there is to it. Now let's say the customer called in with a credit card, wanted to pay off that balance today. Let's go ahead and click Payments again. We have today's date under Payment Date. This is going to be a credit card. It's going to be a MasterCard. We'll enter the card number. We'll enter the CVC number, expiration date, and if you have an authorization code, if you have a credit machine in your office and you want to enter a code, go ahead and do that now. And then click Save and Close. And you can see right here, our original amount was $282.90. We've received payments of $282.90, leaving a balance due of $0. Now, if we want to view the status of a payment, you can come right up here to the View menu, click Payments, and we have a choice of viewing and editing existing payments or entering a new payment, which is what we just did in the previous example. So we have our payments in there for the customer for $282.90. So we don't want to enter a new payment. He has no balance. Let's go to View Edit Payments. And here we have all the info that we just entered for our customer, Mike Smith. And we had entered 2 payments. You will see those down here in the grid. You can scroll through this grid and look at all the payments for Mike Smith on this particular job. And we can go up here and enter the information. Edit it as needed. Let's say we had a mistake on that $100 payment and we'd like to change that. Customer only sent us $90. So we'll change that. Let's say the date on the check was the 21st instead of the 20th. Okay, so we made our changes. Everything else looks good. We'll click Save, Exit, go back to our service order, and we'll see the numbers have been adjusted. Subtotal was originally $282.90. The customer has only paid $272.90 with the $10 adjustment we made, and that leaves a balance due of $10. So that's all there is to the payment system. And I thank you for joining me in this tutorial. We'll see you next time.